Hello students, welcome to the class. Today we are going to study about human digestive system. So what do you mean by digestion? Digestion is the breakdown of larger food molecules into smaller water-soluble food molecules which get easily absorbed by the blood. So the digestive system of human body comprises of organs which work together to break down of food and convert it into energy for growth, development and maintenance of the body. The digestive system is made up of gastrointestinal tract and accessory organs such as liver, pancreas and gallbladder. The gastrointestinal tract is made up of mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. The food that we take in is digested and utilized by our body, and the unused parts and the undigested food parts are excreted out. The alimentary canal is a long tube through which the food we eat is passed. It begins at mouth and ends at anus, passing through esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. Esophagus. Esophagus is a tube which connects mouth to stomach. The food from mouth is passed to stomach through esophagus. Esophagus is a tube which lie along the trachea. What is trachea? Trachea is the windpipe. The trachea tube and esophagus tube lie alongside. So what happened if accidentally the food instead of esophagus accidentally drops into trachea? The trachea will be blocked, that is our windpipe will be blocked and we will get choked. To prevent this, there is a small flap like muscular organ known as epiglottis. Epiglottis is present at the tip of trachea and it is flap like this. It gets closed. The flap, the whole of trachea gets closed with the epiglottis so that any accidental entry of food from esophagus to trachea won't take place. So the function of epiglottis is just to prevent choking or accidental passing of food from esophagus to trachea. Now from esophagus the food enters the stomach where the digestion process is carried out, and from stomach it enters the small intestine where the digestion process is completed, and the undigested food is passed to large intestine where if it is absorbed of water and salts are absorbed here, and the remaining undigested unused food get collected in rectum and then get excreted out to anus. Now we will study each and every organ separately and in detail. So first comes the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity is the cavity which it comprises of mouth, teeth, tongue, salivary glands. Mouth is just an entry part from where we intake our food, and teeth. Teeth is used for chewing and grinding of the food, which makes the larger food particles into smaller food particles. Tongue helps in mixing of food with saliva. There is a gland known as salivary glands which contains salivary amylase, an enzyme known as salivary amylase, which help in breakdown of starch into sugar. So the digestion process starts in the buccal cavity, that is in the mouth. The digestion starts in the mouth, and now these food particles which are broken down into smaller particles reaches stomach via esophagus. Esophagus, what is esophagus? Esophagus is a muscular narrow tube which is located near trachea, and it carries food from mouth to stomach through peristaltis movement. Now what is peristaltis movement? It is the movement in which the walls like wave-like movement. What happens in this? The food is pushed down through this like wave-like movement. Contraction and relaxation of the esophagus wall help in moving down of food particles from esophagus to stomach. So stomach. Now stomach is a hollow muscular J-shaped organ And where is it located? It is located in the left side of abdominal cavity and just below the diaphragm. What is the diaphragm? Diaphragm is a thin tube, is a thin flap which divides the chest cavity, thoracic cavity, and the abdominal cavity. Stomach consists or stomach releases various gastric juices and HCl and hydrochloric acid, which helps in killing the bacteria or microorganism present in the food. And to protect the inner lining of stomach from this hydrochloric acid, there is a small thin mucus lining which is present in the internal walls of stomach, which protects it from the hydrochloric acids. The pancreas, the pepsin is also an enzyme which is present in stomach, which help in conversion of protein into peptones. So the digestion of proteins starts from stomach, and the digestion of carbohydrate was started from mouth, in which starch was digested with the help of salivary amylase. Now in stomach, the digestion of protein starts. Now this partially digested food enters the small intestine from stomach to small intestine. Small intestine is a thin, long, coiled tube, and its inner surface consists of folds and ridges. And the small intestine is the place where the digestion gets completed. In this, there are various intestinal juices which converts carbohydrate into glucose, proteins into amino acids, fats to fatty acids, and glycerols. And in all these, in a small intestine, bile juice, which is secreted by liver, and pancreatic juice from pancreas enters the small intestine and help in the digestion of food. The inner wall of small intestine contains small finger-like projections, which are known as villi. And these are small finger-like projections. Why are these small finger-like? So that it increases the surface area, and they help in the faster absorption of this digested food particles and nutrients into the blood. The villi is covered with network of blood capillaries. So the food get absorbed through this villi and to the blood. So now the undigested food and unused food from small intestine enters the large intestine. Large intestine is thick, long tube structure, and in this mainly the absorption of water and salts take place. And from large intestine, the undigested and unused food passes through rectum, and after storing in rectum, it gets excreted out from our body through anus. And along with these organs, there are few glands associated. We name them associated glands because they are associated in the digestive process, such as liver and pancreas. Liver is a large reddish brown triangular shaped organ, and it is located at the right side of the stomach. It produces bile juice, which help in the digestion of fats into fatty acids and glycerol in small intestine. The bile juice is stored in gallbladder before passing to small intestine for the digestion process. And next is pancreas. Pancreas is a flat pear-shaped gland located in the abdomen. It secretes pancreatic juices such as trypsin, amylase, and lipase. Trypsin helps in the digestion of protein to amino acids. Amylase help in digestion of carbohydrate to sugars, whereas lipase digest fat into fatty acids and glycerols. The digested food is absorbed